Hey everyone, welcome to another training with me. It's Chi. Today I'm going to be talking about how to generate quality leads for your business like a boss. It's your host, Chi Odogu, sitting at odogu.com. So now let's get right into it. So a lead is an individual or a company that has the willingness and ability to become a customer or client of your good or service. So if you have someone that is willing to buy but does not have the money to buy, that's not a good lead. If you have someone that has the money but is not willing to buy, that's not a lead. A lead has to have both factors. They have to be willing to buy. That means they want, they need, they're interested in what you're selling, and they have to have the financial support, the cash on hand to buy what you're selling. Now, where can you find leads? You can find leads anywhere. The location is really immaterial, depending on what product or service you're selling. Because people move around and interact in so many different areas and places, you literally can find someone interested in buying, or I don't know, Fabergé eggs, for example, shopping at a grocery store in Midtown Manhattan or in the Bronx. Now, does that mean that you're going to put your advert in a bodega in the Bronx to advertise that you're selling a $200,000 Fabergé egg? No. What that means is that there's a one-off chance, one in a million or billion, that yes, there might be that one person who will be able to buy your product or service that is located in that area for some reason or the other. Now, usually that's not the case. That's because the right lead, also known as a target, are usually found in clusters and can be stereotyped. So they have similar aspirations, similar backgrounds, similar hopes and dreams. Maybe they have similar hobbies. They're into the same type of things. They shop at the same place, eat the same type of food. They're found in clusters, and you can kind of like put together an abstract picture of who your lead is and where your lead will be. So you need to think about it like your ideal lead will be found in a cluster of people just like them and basically can be stereotyped. So I know we don't want to talk about stereotyping because that has a negative connotation, but trust me, when it comes to marketing and selling products or services, stereotyping is a good thing. Now, this is what I call, or what is known as, the results triangle. And that just means for you to be able to adequately reach your lead or your target, you have to have three things available to you. You have to have the right message that deals with your copy. You have to have the right market that deals with where the lead congregates, or the cluster of where you will find people that are interested in what you're selling. And you have to have the right medium. The medium is basically the delivery vehicle or the device. So are you going to use Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube? Are you going to do a radio ad, a TV ad? Are you going to do a billboard? Are you going to do a flyer? Whatever delivery vehicle that your lead is going to consume your message at the place where you place it is what is called what adds up to give you the results triangle. Now, in this particular training, we're only going to talk about the message. So, key elements of a good marketing message are they must be specific. You must speak to one particular thing. You can't be talking about generalities and say, oh, if you're into art from the 19th century, France, for example, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not going to work. You have to say exactly what you want to say, exactly what you want to sell, to who exactly do you want to sell it to, and why do you want to sell it to that person. And you have to also make an offer or a promise. People are looking to be led. They may not say this, but everyone is looking to be led. Everyone wants to experience something different from the norm of what they currently experience in their daily life. So you need to be able to take the person from point A to point B, from not having what you're selling to having what you're selling, from not experiencing the joy that the product or service will give them to experiencing the joy of having that product or service. The next thing is you want to have an irresistible offer. You got to make them an offer they can't refuse, and that's in your copy. You're going to have to pull on a lot of things. You're going to talk about features versus benefits. You're going to tug on psychological triggers. You're going to talk about things like persuasion. The state of mind that your target is in also has to be considered when you're crafting your marketing message. And you have to give them easy to follow instructions concerning how they will acquire the product or service. You can't just be, oh, you need to jump 10 hoops, come back, hop on one foot, do this and that. I saw an ad on Facebook about KLM running a Facebook promo where they're trying to give away a free trip for a vacation, and the instructions were just so convoluted. I mean, basically what the person was saying, you have to go on the trip first within a certain time window, take your vacation photos, come back, post on YouTube or Facebook, address and CC or hashtag KLM, and they will look. I mean, it was just a lot of hoops that, I mean, I was like, really, nobody's going to do this. And with that, your offer just dies a still death, So you want to have things that are easy to follow. You also need to create a sense of urgency. People like doing things at the last minute. It's hardwired into our DNA. So if you don't say, hey, this thing is only for the first 100 people, when we also are inherently competitive. That's another thing I know about people, is that we're inherently competitive and we procrastinate a great deal. So if you want something to go quickly, you need to create a sense of urgency in your marketing message. And lastly, you need to always find a way to add a bonus to sweeten the deal. Give them something that is of significant value to them, but maybe not to you, that will make them feel okay, they're getting a good deal, and they will not feel buyer's remorse. So, a good ad, a good marketing message is similar to an online dating profile. What do I mean? So the parallels are like this. You have to describe your ideal mate, and you have to describe your least ideal mate. You have to sell your best quality to the person you want. You have to create self-selection, meaning that, hey, I know who I am and I know the type of person that works for me. So that means it's up to you to decide if you want to come on my ship or not. So you have to make it easy for the person to self-select themselves so that you both don't waste each other's time. Next thing is you have to make it easy for communication to get started. You have to learn how to be so persuasive and convincing that it's easy to just slide into the DM and get that first message. And then from that first hello, hi, nice to meet you and all that stuff, you set the scene up for further communication. You ask for the digits, you get the phone number, you talk on the phone a couple of times, and then, hey, you schedule your first date. That's exactly how you're going to sell your product or your service. It's the same thing. Now, let's look at an example. I just pulled this off a Craigslist personal ad, and it said SBM. Now, okay, I'll just break down the abbreviation. So, single black male looking for single black female or divorced black female between the age range of 26 to 37, into poetry, reading, hip-hop, travel, fine dining, Dr. Dre, West Coast rap, golf, and loves dogs. I'm a single black man, 32, work in finance in Midtown, New York City. I own my own apartment. I have a British bulldog named Chester, travel a couple times a year for work and fun, and would like a companion who loves to travel. If you're interested, don't be shy, just say hi and I'll do the rest. So like I was saying, looking at this ad, clearly this guy is a mid-level executive who works in finance in Midtown. That's kind of like a code word, a clever way of saying he's either an investment banker or into private equity or some type of back or mid office service and finance. Because if you don't want to be specific in disclosing what your occupation is, people just tend to call the general name of finance to kind of give them a blanket. Like, it's up to you, the reader, to assume what their work occupation is, what their work is. And the British Bulldog Okay, so I don't know. He could be with middle class, upper middle class, good solid family background. Maybe he's has like a international background, or he's of upper middle class African American heritage. Travels a couple times for work or fun. He's exposed, internationally inclined. I want somebody that is also cultured and sophisticated, and he's willing to put in the work. Well, that's what it says. All right, so how does it translate to business? All right, this is something I specifically wrote myself as a sample ad, and I just did it on the fly. I said, okay, if I'm going to show people that, hey, you need to generate leads for my business, what type of business is boring enough that I'll be like? So I pulled off of this finance guy's background and I said, okay, maybe he works in a mutual fund in New York, well, in Nigeria, for example, where I currently live. And I said, for the mutual funds, for the mutual funds, you're looking to sell to frustrated bank employee. So the exec is worried that he lacks financial security and wealth and may not be able to take care of his family should he lose his job. He has no deep connections per se and does not come from a wealthy, connected or pedigreed background. He's smart but overwhelmed, lives near one of your local offices, so he can come in for a weekend seminar easily. He needs to be mature, so that means he's probably in his early to mid 30s minimum, and needs a reason to act and be the hero in his story. So that to me says, okay, he must be a family man, because a family man, a father, a husband, has the role of protector in his home. So this is an ad I put together to generate leads to sell mutual fund investment advice for somebody in this criteria. And I said, hey, attention GTB employee. Now GTB is the name of a local bank where I live. So it says, hey, attention GTB employee. Are you a mid-level corporate staff with at least 10 years work experience in banking, financial services industry? You have a good, stable salary, successful but discontent and worried that you're not turning that steady paycheck into wealth and financial security quickly and strategically enough to take care of your young and growing family. If you make at least 6 million naira a year and are married with young kids, own or rent a home on the island, and are too busy with trying to hold on to your job during this difficult time that you don't have the time or the energy to work on creating a personal finance plan for you and your family, then our free report, Breakthrough Wealth Building Secrets for Busy Bank Employees, will be just the thing for you. However, if you're satisfied and comfortable with your current salary, lifestyle, and current place of wealth accumulation or perpetuation, or if you're interested in get rich quick schemes, MMM type schemes, please do not sign up for the report. For the few people who are qualified, open-minded, and brave enough to act and take charge of their financial future, please click the link below and enter your name, email, and phone number, and we will send you a copy of the report mentioned above, absolutely free. In fact, if you enter your preferred mailing address, we will physically send you a CD/DVD that will educate you further on what types of investments are available to you. So now let's just break down this ad. For example, just do a quick analysis. So what am I trying to say here? All right, look at it. I said, are you a mid-level corporate staff with at least 10 years work experience, financial services, stable salary, successful but discontent, worried you're not turning paycheck into wealth, and you don't have enough to take care of your growing family? Now, this first paragraph says a lot of things. It says here, without actually saying it, that I am looking for someone with 10 years of work experience, meaning if you graduated from college, let's say somewhere in your 20s, early 20s or mid 20s, you should be in your early 30s to mid 30s, right? Yeah. Now, you work in financial services. We all know what's going on in financial services, at least in this part of the world. People are losing their jobs because, I mean, there's a recession going on, and then not a lot of businesses are growing or booming as they once were. So, banks are getting smarter. They're using technology to increase their products and service offerings while at the same time decrease their overhead because of the high cost of paying employees' salaries. So they're reducing their recurrent expenditure, increasing their investments in fixed assets and technology, meaning that their costs go down and their overheads go down, but they're still able to operate and provide services on a larger scale. Can't take care of his young and growing family. So that means if he's a family man, he has a wife or kids, he's responsible. So he doesn't want to see his kids not go to school and not pay, and he doesn't want to be in a position where he's either asking his in-laws for money to pay school fees and take care of his wife and kids, or he doesn't want to see his wife going to beg daddy and mommy for money, and he doesn't want to see his kids thrown out of school because he didn't pay tuition. 6 million a year, that's just a salary range. It really could be anything. It was just a number just to help people, self-select themselves and let them know that, hey, look, this may or may not be for me. You rent or you own a home on the island. Now, what I'm trying to say here is that it's irrelevant whether he rents or he owns his home. What matters most is where he lives, and that's the island. Now, there are two places where people mostly live. One is called the island, one is called the mainland, because they're separated by a long bridge across the Atlantic Ocean. So I want people on the island because it's close to our office, as I said before here, and he can come in over the weekend and listen to a seminar. Now, we're not trying to bum rush him to just give us money to do a mutual fund investment. So we want to make sure that he doesn't have the challenge of transportation for him to be available to come and listen to a talk either on a Saturday afternoon or evening or a Sunday evening. Now, the title and the headline of the report itself, it could be anything. So basically, what I just did is I made it specific enough where I said busy bank employees, but I could also say for the busy dentist, for the busy doctor, for the busy oil and gas executive, for the busy mom, for the busy restaurateur, for the busy hotel employee. It could be anything. You could lop off the end, but it's just to give him that level of connection, and that's and what else? I also don't want somebody that is interested in get rich quick schemes, because if someone interested in get rich quick schemes is impatient and wants to get results without the work. I mean, any investment that is worth anything is going to take a little bit of work. So you don't want somebody that's going to be constantly pressuring and badgering your financial advisors and say, hey, I've not gotten a return on my investment. Some of these things take time to mature and to come to fruition. So we want to have that opportunity to have someone that is able to understand sophisticated finance and know that money is not going to double overnight or in 30 days. It's going to take at least a bit of time to grow to a reasonable amount. Yeah. And we also rubbed it in here that, hey, take charge of your financial future. Meaning that if you're not taking charge of your financial future, your company is taking charge of your financial future. Come on. You all know how that goes when you abdicate your leadership role and let a company dictate what your financial future and your wealth should be. It never ends well for anybody that does that. So that is how you would structure a lead generated ad, and I would place this on Facebook and see what happens. Maybe I will do the experiment and place this on Facebook and see what happens, and generate some leads and share my findings with one of the mutual fund companies or investment banks here in Nigeria. And yeah, that's it. So the key elements, again, like I said, is based on two things: the result triangle, the right message on the right medium at the right market, and the ad hit all these things and then some. The bonus, I said, hey, we'll give you a free DVD that will educate you further. So I'll probably throw in a copy of Tony Robbins' Money Master the Secret, maybe photocopy a chapter also, just to let them read and whet their appetites. And they get something of value for free. And there you have it, folks. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. If you want to know more or want to learn more, just hit me up. You can go to my website and sign up for our email list where you'll be getting actionable lessons delivered right to your inbox consistently. And until next time, guys, it's your host, Chiodogo, teaching about personal development, business, and lifestyle, signing out.